What is the point of minimalism? At surface level, minimalism seems to be a direct response to our addiction to consumption. The images of minimalist, clutter-free lifestyles can appear like a utopia, especially when compared to debt-filled, cluttered chaos that often accompanies a highly consumerist lifestyle. So understandably, when people discover minimalism, it can instigate a huge paradigm shift and dedication to decluttering. But I've been wondering, although minimalism can be incredibly useful and life-changing, it often ends up defining people's entire lives, which I find kind of weird because essentially all you've done is go from your initial starting point of having no stuff, to acquiring all of this new clutter, to getting rid of it all, in order to finally end up back exactly where you started. So what's the point behind it all? This video is brought to you by the Ridge wallet. This wallet comes with a lifetime warranty and is a great minimalist, compact, non-leather alternative for bulky traditional wallets. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/Daniel using the link in the description. So when you finally reach the minimalist equivalent of inbox zero, what's next? The whole process of decluttering often becomes such a huge part of people's lives due to the immense feelings of liberation, progress, and purpose as you slowly transition from chaos to order. But what happens once this process is over? As someone who lives a minimalist lifestyle, I'm finding it increasingly problematic that minimalism is portrayed in a way that makes it sound like a solution to our happiness. It gives the impression that taking on this minimalist label will somehow make you happy, joining a stereotype of pedantic people in search of a peaceful minimalist nirvana, the black t-shirt, black jeans uniform, living in an all-white echoey home. This is why I think the label minimalist is kind of pointless and problematic. It's quite clear that this label isn't definitive and it isn't conclusive, because there's no point or defining element to having less stuff. By contrast, the defining element of a backpacker is that they live out of a backpack, with the point and purpose of seeing more of the world. But a backpacker is technically a minimalist as well, which makes the label minimalist seem a bit vague and pointless. However, as an umbrella term, minimalism as a supplemental way of thinking is actually really useful. When you apply the principles of minimalism to daily life, the thing that it rewards you with is space. And when you have space, you have a blank canvas and room to breathe. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people think this is where minimalism stops by becoming a minimalist, which is kind of sad because ironically, I think what space gives you is an invitation to do the exact opposite of minimalism and start painting. However, this time around, because you know what's unnecessary and what's distracting, you can paint with intention, having a better understanding of your goals, values, and aspirations, so you can fill your life with things that you know are important and useful, compared to just filling it with abundance as a way to flex and make yourself feel good. And in doing this, you have the ability to give these important things the attention that they need, and you're probably going to save yourself a ton of stress, time, and money, all whilst helping the environment in the process too. This is where I believe minimalism as a way of thinking has its value, because by creating space in your life, it acts as a vehicle for intentionality, which is a powerful catalyst for increased self-awareness and development. This is because you're probably not going to be getting into debt, because you understand the flaws in a consumerist lifestyle. And as a result, you're probably not going to have to work for such long hours, freeing up time for important things that are often neglected, like family, relationships, and community. Adversely, consumerism acts as a distraction and a barrier to fulfillment, so minimalism as a way of thinking eliminates this distraction. However, I don't think that it's something that you need to brand yourself with. This is because minimalism, like productivity and financial independence, is just a tool and way of thinking that doesn't really need a label, because all these things do is enhance the kind of things that we may want to label ourselves as, like being an artist, a physician, a parent, or an author. These things all have points to them, to inspire, to heal, to teach, to entertain. Minimalism has no point. It's an umbrella term, much like productivity or financial independence, whose only role is to act as an aid in doing the very things which do have purpose. I find this label minimalist kind of bizarre because people who are into productivity don't call themselves productivityists, and people who are into financial independence don't call themselves financial independentists. I imagine that this is because there is only so far you can go with any of these tools or methodologies before you reach a point of diminishing returns. Beyond that, it seems like it either becomes obsession, asceticism, or religion. Sure, there are lifestyle choices to minimalism which are helpful, but there's not much else to say about things like decluttering, and there's not really any point in defining yourself by it. In my experience, minimalism as a way of thinking does the job in making the room in your life for the things that you really care about, and really now all you have to do is just keep it in mind. You make sure that you don't fall back into the trap of mindless consumerist habits, and you're careful and deliberate about any new purchases or consumption moving forward. You don't really need to box yourself into a certain set of ideas or keep striving to level up under this label of being a minimalist. When I incorporated minimalism as a way of thinking into my life, it really helped me to realize that I'm actually interested in things other than what I was doing at the time, which was architecture. I realized that what really interests me is good design as a whole, not just design as a way to please a client or to make something pretty, but as a way to solve difficult and significant problems, and how the design of buildings, objects, technology, and systems can help us be more effective, efficient, sustainable, and productive, essentially allowing us to do more with less in almost all areas of life. Sure, I still live a minimalist lifestyle, but I'm not going to let some rather pointless label box me in with all of the associated baggage of other people's expectations, because at the end of the day, you have to do what works best for you. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." So I'll be completely straightforward and honest in saying that I'm still learning and figuring these things out too. So if you'd like to see more content like this and come along for the ride, hit the subscribe button below as I make videos on topics similar to this one every 1 to 2 weeks. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.